When you hear the name Linda Blair, one image instantly comes to mind: a terrified young girl, a dark room, and a horror film so disturbing that people still talk about it decades later. Because Linda Blair wasn't just another child actress, she became a global phenomenon almost overnight after starring as Regan McNeil in The Exorcist, a role that would shock the world and change horror cinema forever. And honestly, even today, her performance feels unsettling in the best possible way. It didn't feel like acting, it felt real. Critics were stunned, audiences were terrified, and the movie quickly became one of the most talked about films in history. Some viewers even walked out of theaters because they simply couldn't handle it. But what makes Linda Blair's story truly fascinating is what happened after the fame. Most child stars struggle to escape the shadow of one iconic role. Hollywood can be brutal like that. One moment you're adored by millions, and the next, the industry moves on. But Linda refused to let that happen. Instead of staying trapped as the girl from The Exorcist, she kept pushing forward. She explored different films, television projects, and new creative risks, determined to prove she was more than a single performance. Not every project became a blockbuster, but that never stopped her. And honestly, that's what made people respect her even more. Because over time, fans started seeing something deeper in Linda Blair: resilience, authenticity, strength. In an industry known for destroying young stars, she survived it. And somehow she stayed grounded through all of it. But here's the part of her story that surprises many people the most. Away from Hollywood cameras and red carpets, Linda Blair dedicated her life to something completely different: rescuing animals. Through the Linda Blair World Heart Foundation, she spent years helping abused and abandoned animals find safety, care, and second chances. And unlike many celebrity charity projects, this wasn't about publicity. This was real work, tireless work, the kind done quietly without needing attention or headlines. That's why so many people admire her today, not just because of her legendary role in The Exorcist, but because of the person she became afterward. After experiencing a level of fame most actors could never imagine, Linda Blair could have easily lost herself in Hollywood. But instead she built a life centered around compassion, purpose, and resilience. And maybe that's the most powerful part of her story, not the horror film that made her famous, but the humanity that defined her afterward.